CEO Ronald Hicklin from Creating the Difference. Today we're going to talk about the brand new track Theorem Pearl. I'm excited about this one because the first track Theorem was really, really good. This ball features the Prime Response Pearl HK22 cover stock. The hardness is 74. It features the MC squared asymmetric core shape that obviously is asymmetric. And the RG is 2.473, the differential is 0.046, and the mass bias, or asymmetry, is 0.017, which is actually high. The factory finish of this bowling ball is 500, 1000, 1500 Sierre, followed by Crown Factory Compound. We checked the surface with the CTD surface scanner. It measured right at 4700 grit. The absorption is medium, and it's laid out 55 by 4.5 by 30. Let's go take this ball in the lane and see what it is. All right, Theorem Pearl, let's go. Yeah, first shot don't count. Yeah, it's early. Continuous, continuous. Not angular, continuous. Oil flare, dry flare, totals a lot. It's definitely smooth. It was N2 boards, it held, definitely smooth. Continuous, not like the original Theorem. So that one was left about 3 boards from the prior shot. It got back, it was late, but it did get back. But the shape is definitely continuous. I feel like the Theorem Hybrid, which was the prior ball, definitely was like zing, zing, zing. And this one's more like just smooth, readable, more controllable. So the good combination, 2 balls. Yeah, so that was even a little bit further left, and it still come back. It's just, but it's not doing it later, it's doing it earlier, right? So when I missed left, it's not pushing longer and responding harder, it's just picking up earlier to get back. And that's why you're watching the response is the lazy strike, the barely falling over, because it's just doing it earlier to be able to get back to the pocket. Hey, if you guys like watching shots in the dark, let us know, let us know. We're trying some different things. Also, if you like track, what's your favorite track ball of all time? Mine, this is gonna date me a little bit, it's probably the T-Shark. You know, some of you guys are like, what's that ball? Go Google it. It's out there on the interwebs. Yeah, I mean, it's smoother. It's smoother than the original Theorem Hybrid, for sure. So Chris said I was striking like a madman, and then all of a sudden I ace one, and, you know, now we did a flatty 7-pin, so. See, so it gets there, right? It gets there, it does strike, but because it's smoother and earlier, it's not like this. It's more like, just get there and strike, which, I mean, that's not bad, right? If you're the type of player that needs a little bit more control, you're good. I think the higher river guy will like this ball. But Chris, 100 RPMs more than me, he gonna love this ball. Me, I'm probably gonna grab the Theorem Hybrid. Flatty, flatty, move left, take some hand out, throw it straight, flatty. I mean, that's what you expect. That's exactly what I would expect because it's too smooth and that's what you're gonna get. So you say, okay, well, what do I use this on? I think the majority of people will find value in this product when you're trying to read the lane. It's gonna tell you what's on the lane because it is smoother. We're gonna move in and hook it, see what happens. It rolls like a good continuous ball. So I think if you've got the original Theorem and then you're looking to complement that ball This is probably it, but it's not the more skid flip version. This is the more smoother version. I don't know about Benchmark. It feels like Benchmark is a little bit more readable. This reads it, but it doesn't read it in a way that I would say is 100% predictable every time. Whereas a Benchmark ball, off your hand, off your hand. So it's got a place in your bag if you like the original Theorem. It's just it's a much smoother ball. It's just a smoother ball. And that's what I mean. I mean, it gets the corner out, right? Kicked it out, but I can tell it's just smooth. It's a good, smoother performing product. I want to talk to you briefly for 1 second about the sauce. The sauce is a sports supplement designed specifically for bowlers in a bowling environment. What it's designed to do is keep you calm. It's designed to get you that feeling of being in the zone. And lastly, it's designed to give you that focus that you need to be able to hit your mark repeatedly. Now, the sauce is not a pre-workout. It's not an energy drink. It's not a hydration drink. It's a powder that you mix with water. You drink it, and within 20 minutes, you'll begin to feel the effects. That focus will come right into clarity. You'll begin to have that feeling of being in the zone, and easily you will know when you begin to feel the effects. It comes in 4 different flavors: Miami Ice, lemonade, blueberry, and orange creamsicle. So pick your favorite flavor, drink it, and have a great time bowling. That's not what I mean. So we're gonna knock the surface off of it and see if that helps, but I don't feel like that's gonna be the right direction. I feel like that's gonna make it worse. All right, 2K, we're gonna find out what happens. I mean, the first shot doesn't count, but that ain't it. So let me explain why I say that's not it. So here's the thing. The ball I told you was too smooth earlier, right? I said that, it's just smooth, it's just smooth, it's just smooth. So when you sand a smooth ball, you make it earlier. And the ball's only gonna hook in 1 or 2 spots. It's gonna hook early or it's gonna hook late. It ain't gonna do both. So all I've really done is made it hook even earlier, which means now it doesn't even hook, it hooks even less later because it only hooks in 1 spot. And now the reaction isn't, that's the first shot. Granted, we don't judge the first shot, but that roll is not the right kind of roll. Nope, too early, too smooth. Now here's the thing, I could sit here, make an adjustment, and continue to strike, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, it looks great. But that's not what I'm gonna do. Instead, I'm gonna educate you a little bit about when you have this reaction, what you should do, and why you have this reaction, what you should do about it. So the problem is, the ball's too early. The ball's being early forces me to move right because I'm like, oh, I just need to get some more oil, right? There's more oil in the center of the lane. Let me show you that. So I move into more oil thinking that will have the ball help retain some energy, right? Because I need to retain the energy so that it uses it up a little bit later, a little more shape, and I'm good to go. Problem is, because I've taken a smooth ball and now I've made it early, I have bad ball reaction. So now you say, oh, well then move left. Well, let me show you what happens when you move left. And to be fair, right, I'm gonna make an adjustment with my hand because obviously if I move left and do the same shot, it's gonna hook more. Actually too much. So I'm gonna move left and I'm gonna adjust my hand position and just let you be able to see what the ball reaction is. So you saw that reaction and that definitely looked better, so I'm gonna do it again. I missed it by a board. I paid for it, no problem. But again. So you look at that shot, I almost 6-pin, falls out, but definitely really early, really smooth. The problem with that is that's not gonna give you a good usable reaction for any length of time. Like it just won't, because it's not giving you the right kind of shape. I'm burning up too much energy too early. I'm not being able to get the ball to go through the pins the right way. Watch this shot and look at how the ball goes through the pins. So video guy, make sure they can see this ball go through the pins. So So watch that ball go through the pins, because instead of it splitting the 8-9, it goes over the 8 pin. And though the ball struck, that is the telltale sign that you were super close to being in a lot of trouble. It's gonna be flat corner pin, it's gonna be 6 pin or 4 pin if you're a righty. That is the quintessential reason why when your ball begins to do that, you need to either get out of that ball, get to a different zone, or change hand positions. So in this particular case, with this particular bowling ball, for me, throwing it on these lanes, at 2,000 grit, the ball has now become a worse ball than it was when it was at the original factory finish. So I would typically, if I'm bowling, this ball goes in the bag. Because even though I struck, when you watch that ball go through the pins, you can see it is not splitting the 8-9. You want to split the 8-9. Split the 8-9, strike every time. That's how it works. And as your ball gets weaker and weaker and weaker and is not performing as good as it was, you'll begin to creep your way toward the 8 pin or 9 pin if you're right-handed. So at the end of the day, you need your bowling ball. You want your bowling ball to split the 8-9 to give you the best chance to strike. This bowling ball, because of the surface change, is exhibiting a character that is not that. And it's giving me a warning sign right now. Hello, Mr. 7 pin. I knew you were coming to see me. That is what happens when your ball is not going through the pins the right way. So I hope you understand the lesson here. The lesson is, if you want to is that you should pay attention to your ball reaction as it goes through the pins, not just the shape. You need both, right? Good bowlers are paying attention to both the shape and how it goes through the pins, because the going through the pins part will give you the foresight to know whether to make a move or not and stop you from doing just what I just got done doing right now. So hopefully I'm gonna make another change, because now my move is really gonna be to create some more axis rotation to get the ball to want to keep going through the pins and then be able to get that ball to strike. So let's do that now. I mean, I created more axis rotation, for sure. But maybe that was a little too much. Actually, I just need to move. So I'll make a move off of that and I'll be fine. There it is, smooth, controllable, and sometimes you need to make sure you have the right surface on your bowling ball. And sometimes you need to know how to move or get out of that zone or get a different bowling ball in your hands. Check out our socials, go to the website, ctdbowling.com, pick this bowling ball up, get your TrueCut sanding pad. Actually probably get you the P5000 D-pad on this one, because you want the surface to go up, not down. Unless you're bowling on a ton of oil, then going down is fine. With that being said, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and with that, we're out of here. Later.